Hey, boy, who's it? But why these two guys are using their mobile? What is going on? Nothing in my presence. Nothing in my presence. Delete it first. Delete. Hey, listen. Although boys and girls are using mobile phones, videos, whatever in our absence, but not within the premises. Or if I ask the department to confiscate all the mobiles and let it be there, as if you go to a temple or a mosque, pura mobile डाल के वही best है. I think this girl also shooting the video. अभी से मत करो. Because all play, the games will go into play, and then we will be in serious scrutiny. So at least during my presence or in between my lecture, उसका नाम क्या है? अभी ना, हाँ. Don't do it, delete it right now. And then delete it. And this child also. What's the name? Whatever. Delete it. Don't keep it now. Who is taking you? And this is all in Mazak Masti, but that will give it to serious. Let's get on with the work. Pick up the volume. What is the next causes heading? Military. Economic. Now I have to be strict with certain points. Pick up, and what is he doing? Pick up the book, open it up quick. Enough. Sahi likho. Come on, start writing for economic and military. I am giving you. Write down for economic and military courses in your notebook. I give you lots of liberty, but liberty is misuse. Close that window. I ask them not to. Guys, that 15-minute break also, it's too lengthy for you guys. I'll make it 5 minutes break. No, sir. Write down economic causes I'm giving. Write down economic causes, point number 1. East India Company. I'm giving East India Company. Economic causes. East India Company in India. East India Company took several measures. East India Company took several measures leading to, I'm not going to repeat also, leading to the economic exploitation. Leading to the economic exploitation of the Indian economy. Leading to the economic exploitation of the Indian economy. So several measures leading to the economic exploitation of Indian economy. Next point, second point. They ruined Indian industry. By duty-free imports. You understand imports means coming into India. Duty-free imports and restricted exports. Duty-free imports and restricted exports. Next point. Just give me some time. Transfer of wealth. Transfer of wealth. Transfer of wealth from India to England. Transfer of wealth from India to England was in high proportion. Transfer of wealth from India to England was in high proportion. Popularly referred by, you can write Dadabhai Nauroji, you write D in his book. Keep writing, very popular economist. In his book, The Drain of Wealth. In his book, Drain of Wealth. In his book, now if the still problem continues, you can get 1 hour before only back to your house. And I will select who is going quickly. Drain of Wealth, in which he clearly explained salaries, incomes, incomes, savings of Englishmen, salaries, incomes, savings of Englishmen flowing into London. Same word, flowing into London. Wait. But he signed for both the lectures then. Second point, next point. Indian cotton textiles. Jute textiles. Indian cotton textiles, jute textiles. Artisans and craftsmen. Were completely disregarded and discouraged. Disregarded and discouraged. Next. The misery of Indian artisans. We put up so many headings, I am giving simple. Misery of Indian artisans. Coupled with, you understand the word coupled? Added with. This is the word, coupled with. Coupled with disappearance. Yes. Yeah, sure. Just give me 1 minute. Of royal patronizers. In your volume, they have given different word. And you will get up from the sleep. Don't say, who's all snake visits. His sound. I come. This Indian mother does it for the small cell for a different Indian mothers are so talented, but don't copy her. Leave it to her. At least next time you want to do it. Royal patronizers added to the this is the word. I'm trying to finish it the whole para. Woes of the Indians. You understand who's the problems? I've already told you second lecture you have to be more dedicated and the problem is continuing. Added to their woes or continue their woes. Next point. Indian peasants were burdened with heavy taxes. Indian peasants were burdened with heavy taxes. With heavy taxes. Burdened with heavy. Itna bada bench hai. All on that side. It's okay. Your friend will. Heavy taxes leading to the destruction of farming activities. Leading to the destruction of farming activities. Destruction of farming activities. Next. Unemployment. Unemployment was found as a menace. You understand menace? To the Indian society. Serious trouble or that boy is not writing. Why? Tell me the last line. What did I say? उसके आगे to the Indian society, adding to the poverty and can you use the word deteriorating? Adding to the poverty and deteriorating. Added to the poverty and deteriorating. Started हो गया एक लेक्चर में अच्छा लगा good continue I will not say anything deteriorating situations of Indians that's okay I did say it I'll keep my words Indians next point forced indigo cultivation forced indigo. You know what is indigo, na? Forced indigo cultivation. Forced indigo cultivation with minimum profits to Indian farmers. Forced indigo cultivation with minimum profits to Indian farmers. Minimum profits to Indian farmers was a planned effort. To punish. Was a planned effort to punish the Indian farmers. Was a planned effort to punish the Indian farmers. Next. Increasing famines. and other natural calamities. Increasing famines and other natural calamities. Increasing famines and other natural calamities added to the increasing famines and what did I say? Added to the he will come and discuss that. Added to the worsening poverty problems of Indians. Worsening poverty problems of Indians. Worsening name. This is the word worsening. Thank you for dictating to me. Worsening. Worsening poverty problems of Indians. Next. The above reasons, change the para. The above reasons directly hampered. The above reasons directly hampered the Indian economy. Hampered the Indian economy. You want the spelling for hampered? HAMPERED. The Indian economy, leading to the outbreak of high magnitude. Leading to the outbreak of high magnitude. Read all the points. Hey, even the volume answers are perfectly good, but I felt let some. You can check and tell me quickly. Hey, what's the name? Time it. Now it's only 1:10 only. Not even 1:10, 1:07. 1:05. I keep my watch 5 or 10 seconds. Then you can, those who have read and those who are happy, write the next heading, military causes. And like you were writing earlier, military causes. Understanding? Come on, quick. We'll get into the end part of the chapter today only. Icse, Dhoni ka. Thank you. Okay, military causes. No. I'm just saying military causes. Whenever I'm looking and talking to you, don't think that I'm general way, correct? Because at a time I can't talk to all of them. That's the reason. I'll find out the video. Come on, guys. Military causes, quick. My YouTube channel. I have one other channel along with this. Hey, if you guys have your television still connected, because majority of people say mobile phones are the best video for them. There is that history channel I heard. They have started one more platform on the same, where they show all the documentaries of nationalism. That's what I've heard. I personally will get you some nice videos for your World War and other things. That I am doing it, and I'll get it in my flash drive. Then we are taking the chapter. Okay. And military causes a new heading. अच्छा spelling. तो क्या single है ना? ये लो हो गया. Abhi she wanted to correct me and I got corrected. Any of the military point you want, I'm there to give. Quick. देखो मैं broad headline देता हूँ. ऐसा करो. First you start with the payment. No promotion. Forced sending them to across the border boundary. Then their families behind were suffering. And then you have to write क्या बोलते हैं other injustice during the stay also, and finally introduction of grease cut is insert. ऐसा करो एक बार लिख सकता है ना, where I'm asking to explain it. Your parents or any family member doesn't say anything, right? But this is bad. People say at least spelling to nahi ghumana chahiye. Take some sharp knife or sword and automatically she will stop that.
I will drums.
Acha, you what song do you use? You're a drummer. Then when 1947. अभी तक हाथ से नहीं है. तो now also you play. तो मैं अनुभव सर को बोलता हूँ ये पर ड्रम्स in our class. सारा आपको लेकर आओ और दो लकड़ी लेके बजाओ. But in our functions sorry ऐसा नहीं है. That in Vishnudas Bhavi, maybe this year without COVID we must have. Anyone, any point? ठीक है मैं समझ गया. चलो. Are you writing? Why always like a girl you are wearing this back? अच्छा ये मैं यूरोपियन कंट्री में ऐसा ठंडी लगने के लिए पहन के गया तो लोग सब मुझे और ही कुछ समझते. इतना क्या ठंड लगता है बेचारा समझ गया. लड़कियों के ना हर चीज में हाँ क्या है ये आई एम टॉकिंग टू माय इज राइटिंग सिंपल. They want to show their bright shiny teeth.
Sir, can you sit down this time?
No.
Only this.
Sir,
I can say because you guys want to sleep and this is disturbing your sleep.
No, sir.
I will observe for the next 45 minutes and then switch off.
Sir,
What is it? Where is the school? I am not getting any air at all. Write down. Bas, you are the promoter to us. You can respond.
Sir, it's cold.
Okay, you can switch off. First you come and switch off. First come. That's okay. Hey, come on, you ask me any questions or any lines about military causes? Wait, we'll switch on this. And this is the last activity the teacher has to do. Right now, I'll switch off that. Listen.
thank you, sir.
You are welcome, but you have to write welcome. Are you right? Yeah, it's doing good. I don't know the name. What's her name? Better write. How many points did you write? Oh, you also told me. You told her, right?
Yes.
ये ड्रामा का बहुत है. चलो लिखो. Just hey, listen. Not all the points with the heading I need. Like I have written that which point economic causes. You can write like that also. Free flow. Like Captain Salt. Well, let us go to the causes now. Consequences. Is it? अभी how many points हो गए? For what? To sleep? Okay. In my lecture only these kind of things done, or in all lectures? All lectures. Then geography lecture, what were you doing?
No, sir, full time now.
अच्छा है ना? क्या?
बच्चा बीमार हो चले गए।
वो तो मेरा लेक्चर था।
ज्योग्राफी बीमार में लगा। वो पीछे चला गया।
ये तो नहीं। तो फिर मैं मेरे कलीग से पूछना क्या किया तूने मेरे? Come on. I'm coming down to check. I'm coming down to check who are not writing. Hey, your pen is here, Atharva. Yeah, but I think she's teaching so much effort and not only here, there also. In KK, I've started a little bit of not really. She's not there, so I'm continuing. Wait. She's your school friend earlier only.
Mon.
अच्छा, what is that Mon?
Senior KG.
ये senior में था कोई? ये उम्र में कोई senior समझे? Junior ही समझ. Junior KG. And what is Suraj na? Yes, completed. एक ही मीनिंग है ना सूरज को भी
नाइन तो सूरज पर
जब कर क्या it's okay come to the main complete why did you क्या है अथर्वाइन कंपनी what is the series ठीक है दोबारा पूछो उसको बिल्कुल समझ में आना चाहिए smart three bunch of boats yes what you are writing should be showing I know that ये देखो कितना अच्छे से लिखा है पूरा वॉल्यूम से उतारा है क्या डाला तेरा पॉइंट्स क्या है without looking into the volume I can say ill fed का मतलब क्या है poorly paid I understand what is ill fed अच्छा and badly housed अभी बोला I purposely asked ऐसे ही लिया चलेगा right shall I give some points of military पहले लिख के खत्म करो पहले I know all will say no हमको ही लिखना है देखो wait suddenly तो एक वर्ड कहां से उतर गया रीड तो कर पूरा लाइन
Sir, is it given that serve an extra area with an additional?
because majority of the jail na or that army they have to take one section अब जैसे किचन में और एक कोई सेक्शन रहेगा जहां इंडियंस लोग काम कर रहे हैं and what the good thing about that old of 1857 that मंगल पांडे character he was a brahmin and whenever उसको किचन का काम देता था वो नॉन वेज साइड में नहीं जाता और बोलता मुस्लिम सोल्जर के साथ मैंने काम करे तो उधर भी जगह so there were serious problems inside the Indian camp army camp I've seen some old movies of English they're not shown fully but दिखाया है क्या ये लोग करता था with Indian soldiers shall we get into consequences
No, sir.
I'm going to give some points military finish writing quick you have written देखो to be seriously saying I like these kind of students right from my day one is the same person sitting learning reading writing many are there but one thing I have observed very concentrated that's good luck God bless all but especially क्या हो जाता है we feel like coming although however we are tired looking at your brisk face we love to teach we मतलब I don't know about your other मिला जरा दिमाग अप्लाई करेगा only एक काम करेंगे मैंने ये सोचा
सर सारे पॉइंट इम्पोर्टेंट है
जो मैं नहीं लिखता हूँ वो पूरा नहीं बोलता ठीक है प्लीज अभी ये एक्सप्लेन करो ना
let's start sir
you have to write hey there is one general service enlistment act
It's the same like for going overseas.
so you write it tell me what is that
There was a type of party who used to go over the sea for servicing, but the British government for the general service enlistment.
good I understand thank you so he has maintained the ninth composure थोड़ा लड़का बड़ा हो गया I remember he come in between that COVID also, no? You were here for some work test, and he asked me some tests. Help me one of the which paper it was? Good. How मेरा शक्ल देख के लगता है क्या? Lots of physics. ठीक है ठीक. Next time से मैं prepare करके आएगा. He asked me something of physics. I can't stop laughing myself. For British पुस्तक है तो. So explain it. What do you write to me?
sir writing full points not the full
Your other Dhoni but here.
not writing full sir main
How do you know? At least he is written in the process. Okay, start writing the military points from my side. Wherever you are writing, जहाँ भी full stop रखा भी start करो. Yes. Did you write? Show me your book. Yeah, last year one student. Even started from me so badly. लिखने से ज्यादा कठिन है. Where is the page gone? Allowances and slow salaries.
slow
You know, I am very Indian. Don't understand English. It is suited, but explain. Highlight के लिए highly salary. ठीक. She's using hashtag. Right on. Let me see. You understand this? Right on, I am giving. The Bradley Irrigation is पूरा लिखा है. Indian sequence general service enlistment. When you are explaining this point, you can put according to service enlistment. After mentioning it, you are done. Good. At least she has explained it. Right now, Indian Army men. I'm giving more like a concluding para for that same heading. Indian Army men under British service. Indian Army men under the British service were fully exploited. Indian, ये बहुत sweetly पूछा है. Then the brain goes away. Indian soldiers. I'll tell the whole sentence with great formation. Indian army men under the British service were fully exploited with respect to. Because this is the way you sweetly end the answer. Salaries, allowances, least only write promotions and you started making fun of me. All such circumstances leading to the all such circumstances leading to the immediate spark of the revolt, leading to the immediate spark of the revolt. जहाँ spark लिखा है उधर ऊपर लिखो मंगल पांडे, because he was the torchlight or whatever. Where you written the word spark, you write Mangal Pandey. That's it. Now you can come down to the next heading, consequences. We'll explain first using your. Hey, lecture is happening 2 o'clock, is it? Now, काम करता है. Instead of me boring you guys, you can bore me now. Correct? End of company's rule is 1. Queen Victoria Proclamation is 2, where I'll be giving you detailed explanation and detailed notes. And then we'll go ahead with small paragraphs where you are going to write the points on your own. Will do?
Yes.
Confirm. Now let me just explain it on the board only, so that you guys are relaxed. What's the first heading? End of company's rule.
Yes. Yes.
And if I want to explain this, I put it only one line. What is that line? I'll write like this, like in Indian companies does it for their advertisement. Correct? This is the way they do the advertisement, is it? British Parliament. बड़ा सा लिखा रहेगा और उसके बड़ा काट दिया रहेगा. Governor General was removed. The Viceroys came in India. You know what is Viceroy? The position of the Governor General office was removed. So what is one good thing? The East India Company was not good in connecting to the Parliament and not giving good treatment to the which people? Indian community. But as per the proclamation of 1858, which proclamation we say? Queen Victoria's proclamation. She was of the view that Indians need some great changes. Changes related to the administration, related to the religious policy, related to even military also they done it. So here when I'm trying to say first consequences, the company's rule is coming to an end. So the direct signal goes to the Indian people. Which signal? That Parliament is taking seriously deliberate effort. Because when we write petitions, like you guys also, Athar only told na, kuch school ka supervisor son. That was a different class. Where you are trying to communicate to the school head, maybe your HM, and they are not listening to you. Now here, instead the school head is complaining and then such a big revolt has happened, which the Britishers never thought of their dreams. Means the weapons they had given, the training they had given, and that weapon and training had been used against whom? Against the British only. Don't you think that they will feel very agitated? I'm not supporting them. But then Queen Victoria came up with her own proclamation, or we call it as promises. The first gesture she told to the Indian people, company ka rule khatam. Don't worry. Now I am taking the administration directly in my hand. What does it mean? That whatever mistakes these company made it, we will correct it. That was a positive thing. I can explain detail, but I say these are just powder in the eyes of whom? Indians. What they did it, we also going to do the same thing, but in a different name. What is that? Exploitation, economic plunder. And you will be there with us for the next so many years or 100 years or whatever, we do not. So initially they said end of company's rule with serious clauses are. East India ban, Governor General is removed, Viceroy will come, and Viceroy will directly report to the Queen. Now, East India Company directly Queen को report कभी नहीं करता. It was just one company जो इंडिया में चलता था, and company का जो yearly taxes रहता था वो Parliament ले ले. What they are doing, how they are doing, Queen will not look in. But here, since Viceroy is coming to India, officer, he will directly report to whom? So whatever injustice, whatever malpractices, the Queen will get a direct news. Did you understand? Now, once this is ended, the Indians are not going to keep quiet. So Queen Victoria had an elaborate proclamation. One was that religious head. What did she promise? Any idea? That we will least interfere into the religious matters. In fact, certain royal princely states who are loyal to us, we will allow them to be ruled. You just only pay the annual taxes to the government. That's it. No doctrine of lapse, no subsidiary alliance, nothing. We are happy, you are peaceful, we are peaceful. Well, in every step, Queen Victoria made it a deliberate effort that the mistake the company had done, we are correcting it seriously. And they might have done also, as an they've done it, but only for a short run. So when Indians come to know, they cherished as if they have achieved the biggest of the crown. But they did not know what their company did not give to them, the ultimate freedom. But if I want to tell the causes for the failure, nobody, Nana Sahib Peshwa, Rani Jhansi, nobody has fought for the independence of India. Everyone have fought for their what? Their own interest. For example, if I say Rani of Jhansi, she has fought and she died, and that kingdom is recognized. No problem. You take adopted son or adopted girl, you can rule. So Jhansi government is happy. Okay, हमको हमारा काम मिल गया. Bahadur Shah family. That Zakat, if you remember that old fellow Zakat or some Ibrahim Zakat करके कोई बंदा था. He was given the Delhi's one. You will get a fixed pension. You don't worry. He is also happy. Marathas were recognized as one independent kingdom. Marathas were happy. So as if 4 people in my class are fighting seriously, due to which the entire class is disturbed, I call all the 4 people. ठीक है, तेरा क्या problem है? हाँ, चल solve हो गया. तेरा क्या solve हो गया? Solve हो गया. Class बोले, but हमको तो कुछ मिला नहीं. Correct? What is that? हमको कुछ नहीं मिला. We want the freedom. We want you to run away from our India. But did anyone force British? No. So directly or indirectly, the administration was in the hands of British, but in a different way. अभी मिलिट्री में क्या करने लगा था ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट? वेरी सिंपल. अर्लियर इट वाज 1:4, 1:6, 1 ब्रिटिश सोल्जर एंड 6 इंडियन सोल्जर. अभी उस नंबर को लोग ने कम करना स्टार्ट कर दिया. क्यों? एनी टाइम दीस पीपल माइट फाइट. एंड आर्ममेंट्स एंड वेपन्स डिपार्टमेंट में इंडियंस को नहीं रखा. दे विल लूट द आर्ममेंट. And they started giving them less of the training. You understood what is that less of the training? ज्यादा weapon training इनको मत दो. And stopped all that sending. Enlistment Act वो बंद कर दिया. And they at least initially showed that we are trying to improve your wages. Only the wages. Promotion बात तो कोई वैसे भी seriously नहीं लिया Indians लोगों ने. Are you understanding? Then if I say economic causes, they said we will stop interfering into your artisans or craftsmen. We will not follow any big tax policy with them. You can trade within the country. Outside का वो लोग ने बात नहीं किया. So everywhere, Queen Victoria is giving them some or the other preference as a direct step to suppress which people? The revolters which took part in 1857. So one thing was sure, that this revolt, although a failure, but had a great impact on whom? The British administration. They were forced to make these changes. Although we achieved the independence next 100 years after, but then it had a serious repercussion on whose mind? The British mind. If you try to do the same thing what you have done earlier, wait for a bigger revolt than 1857. So till Gandhiji does not come from South Africa to India, correct? The freedom movement was going on. But kaisa freedom movement chal raha tha? Club of thinkers. They will come and say, discuss petitions लिखेंगे. You know what are petitions are? Complaint. वो British government के पास जाएगा. British government, wow, beautiful, good, throw it in the dustbin. After one more month, one more petition. But Gandhiji made the freedom movement as a mass movement. You understand mass? People from every section, every community participated. Everyone started putting pressure. I always connect my lectures with you guys only. You're part of my class. Out of the 10, 15, 20, I said everyone at least listen to my lecture. That's enough. Understood, not understood, that's a big part. Oh, lecture. Oh, regarding this topic. Tonight, before going bed, every time you do this, not with mind, every subject, at least turn the chapters what we have done today. If you have good time, you have the late night sleep habit, not playing with the mobile and social media, try to make a short note of today's lecture of the same heading. You will feel you read after 2 months also, you will remember, that data was done and I remembered this. So I don't know, many people connect my lecture with only one thing. So jokes are very fantastic. वो मैं कुछ पढ़ के नहीं आता हूँ, on spot जैसा मुंह में आता बोलता हूँ. Some might enjoy it. क्या बच्चे की तरह jokes. It's up to you to understand. But one thing, the British Parliament made several attempts not only to prove the people, but also to show to the parliament. So who was the viceroy who was given here? Even viceroy was more dedicated. Why dedicated? And more asked with some greater performance, because the queen might have really forced him that unlike the earlier revolt of 1857, I don't want any serious problem. Who is under serious pressure now? The viceroy of the country. And the viceroy has to be always on his toes. Toes for what? Even a slight problem is there in any part of the India, he or she was named there in those days. उसका wife आता थे. But he will be taking quick attempt. कि क्या हो रहा है? क्या चल रहा है? Why the taxes are lessening? Why the people are angry? So this drama continued for a few years, and then it again gone back to the works. Is it okay? Before I start giving notes, just run through the points and ask me where you got queries. I could feel some people are dry faces. It's okay. The water bottles are the missiles of the class. It is a metal container. Hey, did I update you? Today is 9th only, na? Russia is celebrating today the victory day, the day in which they have defeated the Nazi. So today, Mr. Putin is going to make big announcement. I think Indian night time ही रहेगा. अगर any news channel is showing, please watch it. One thing, he is going to take retirement from his presidency because he is suffering from which cancer. Yeah? So he needs time for some treatment. And एक नया president उसका भी नाम लोग ने बताया, वो तो BBC channel में. And Nazi Hitler, who this day only they defeated in World War II, 1945, 9th of March, May, I'm sorry. And in St. Petersburg are all Indian news channels. You will be getting all live feed. Dekho please, it will be wonderful. Why I'm saying Dekho? Because he is going to make announcement for at least the poor Ukrainians. Already army men from Kharkiv is removed. The capital Kharkiv is removed. Now all the Russian soldiers are coming back. And some hotels, restaurants in Kharkiv. Kharkiv, you know, yes, map and at least capital cities, no fighting going on. But in Donbass and that Mariupol, that cities they are doing some. I mean, miracles are so at least a positive signal. You guys will not be studying one more chapter of sports people of that country. Yes. Sympathy, okay. And we pray for their quick recovery. And India should step in. I feel this is best opportunity because if I tell you which part of Moscow, I don't know. India has invested around $800 billion in the biggest hospital for Russia. ये सब हम लोग को कम मालूम पड़ता है. रशिया में जाके इंडिया इतना बड़ा इन्वेस्टमेंट किया. That is why India and Russia has a very, and Russia has also given some good support to India since long time. जैसे कश्मीर इश्यू पे पाकिस्तान जब भी किया, it was Russia only. Did I not say? The war between India and Pakistan, 13 countries were ready to attack India. Not ready, they have sent submarines also. Yes. But I think Vishal Gorbachev, that time president.
In 1962, they sent
two warships to India. And before India asked, Putin and company, जो भी रशिया का president था, they jumped to the rescue of India. जब India उतना powerful नहीं था. So India is Israel. There are also some political changes are happening. The old fellow is going to come back. What's his name? Netanyahu. Something. He's popular. He has a very good relation. If guys are planning for some doctors and scientific studies now, more than Ukraine, Israel is very good. And many Indian students do that. And if I tell you one of the experiments, I have not observed it, I have observed it on certain channel. Israeli science students have found out some instrument where they fixed in the branch of a tree, and that will measure the amount of water the tree requires every day. Good. वैसा पूरा development अभी इंडिया में भी आ रहा है. Israel is going to give that technology. अब इंडिया में बैठे you can one of the best scientists. The best thing if you want to see that Uri movie देखा Uri, yes, that small tiny boy makes. So अगर आप लोग लगता है कि मेरे में innovation है, after your 12th science, whatever you are doing, try to get into some new branch of studies. And that तो वैसे भी UP करता ही है. If you want to stay in India and do also, it is allowed. And some are IAS and IPS, वो भी है. There are so many courses. don't run behind that same engineering and medicine. One of my UT parents only asked me that, well, did I say that? Want to become a historian? So I told them, yes, a department, Archaeological Survey of India, what are the exams she has to write? And when you are appointed as an archaeological survey officer, your salary will be double or triple the salary of an engineer or a doctor. Government jobs में आपको मालूम है ना, and the facility you will get it all over India, any part of the India you have got your houses free. Government jobs are like that. हमको मालूम नहीं पड़ता, तो नहीं डॉक्टर नहीं इंजीनियर, डॉक्टर बनने के बाद लड़के बोलते हैं मैं खून देख के मैं बेहोश हो जाऊँ, फिर खाएगा तो कब तक बस नहीं सर मैं डेंटिस्ट अच्छा ठीक अच्छा Nabi, read it, then I'll give the notes because consequence is also very important. वो बंद करके बैठा है चलो उठो उसके बाद में सुन क्या है तो रीड कर मैं बोला तो उसका नोट के बंद किया स्पोर्ट्स एंड कैंसर हमेशा तुमको बेंच पे कोने में बैठना write the first heading in your notebook and use it as per your life. Go forward. Point number 1. Don't be you don't like this. Right now, end of company's rule. Hey, you guys can write intro. Look at she's looking at you are the other person. Write down after the revolt of 1857. After the revolt of 1857, Queen Victoria's proclamation. Q and V should be capital. Queen Victoria's proclamation, comma 1858. 1858 was a major step. Was a major step in Indian history. Was a major step in Indian history. One more sentence, next point. Deliberate and serious attempts. Deliberate and serious attempts were made. Deliberate and serious attempts were made to appease. You understand appease? Make Indians happy. This is the word, appease. Revolters in particular, revolters, जिसने भी revolt किया, and citizens in general. Revolters in particular. The machine is flowing from here to there. Cyclostyle. Revolters in particular, and what did I say? Citizens in general. Next point. In general, not in general. Next point. The post of Governor General. The post of the Governor General. Can I use the word vacated or removed? Which one you like it?
Vacated.
Vacated. Whatever. The post of Governor General was removed, replaced by. अभी viceroy को capital में डालो, and if you want you can put it into semicolon. Was removed, replaced by viceroy. ऐसा लिखो. If you are not writing like this, you try to put it in viceroy. Yes.
The Governor General was only in the title of the course.
I didn't get it.
Governor General of India was become only given a title.
वाइसरॉय।
हाँ वो गवर्नर जनरल का टाइटल दिया था वाइसरॉय।
हाँ बट अभी मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, अभी नो मोर गवर्नर जनरल, वो ऑफिस बंद हो जाएगा, अभी वाइसरॉय रहेगा। पहले तो स्पेलिंग का फर्क है। I'll tell you, I'll tell you. And good house, they are very tiredly she's asking, job फर्क क्या है? मतलब she is writing में tired हो गया, इसको और बंद करवाते हैं और हम लोग सिर्फ सुनते हैं। I attend the hidden emotions. देखो, I'll tell you what both are trying to ask me. देखो, when one company has come to a serious problem to the country, both the Governor General and Viceroy is going to do the same work. But I said I remove him, I banned him. Very good sir, ऐसे करना चाहिए। उसके जगह पर एक Viceroy आएगा। अभी Viceroy, as I said, he is not reporting to East India Company. He will report directly to the Queen. अभी अगर आपको कोई complaint है, if you talk to Viceroy, अगर मिलने दिया तो, Viceroy will communicate that complaint directly to the British Parliament. जो पहला Governor General नहीं करेगा। Correct? Governor General तो company का ही था ना। Governor General is not ready to liable to even Queen also. Forget about Parliament. So at least if you talk to Viceroy, you will understand that my complaint will be heard in London because Viceroy ने आपका complaint ले लिया, समझा? So that is a direct what you ask. Next. How many points you guys have written? Three. Next. The Secretary of the State was given, the Secretary, S capital again. मेरा पूरा लाइफ में एक ही डायलॉग, जब भी मुझे देखता वही बोलता। The Secretary of the State, who was a member of British Council.
Secretary of the State was given.
अच्छा, ये इसके वजह से was given the task of administration, who was directly responsible to the Parliament. Directly responsible to the British Parliament. This is a good change. He was assisted by Secretary. Next one. A 15-member Indian Council. And of 15 people of Indians will be helping you. 15-member Indian Council. You can relax for 2 minutes. Underline 15-member Indian Council. 5050. Hey, look here. If you remember that Simon Commission, what was Simon Commission? Don't know. At least not heard the name, but you don't know. A commission was set up in India. 12 members were bound to come from London to study the problem of famines in India. Don't you think it is tragedy? The person who has never visited India, he is going to study the problem of poverty. As if you guys are saying, sir, student council का member बनाना चाहिए जो हमारा problem management को बताए. हम लोग बोला very good sir. तो member कैसा बनेंगे? Retired teachers, retired principals. अब बोलेगा वो मेरा problem कैसे समझे? If I select a member from your own community, he or she will put up the problem. So if 12 members are coming from London to India and the leader was Sir John Simon. So when they reached India, they showed the black flag. What is that? Simon, go back. ये तो 1940s में हो रहा है. Are you understanding? I'm saying. ये लोग ने अभी क्या बोला? The secretary is responsible for Indian administration. But the members of the secretary will be 15, and they will all belong from where? India. मतलब secretary को advice देने का, अच्छा advice देने का responsibility किसका हो गया? वो काउंसिल का हो गया एंड काउंसिल का सारे मेंबर्स किधर से हैं? So don't you think it is a good change? If as a councillor is there, but all the members comes from London, who has not seen the problem of India, how will he suggest? Is it okay?
Yes.
Now pay me for next few. And indirectly taunting me only. Khatam kar. Shall I give 5 minutes break?
Yes, sir.
I'll also take. Breaks means not mobile. Next go. No, take a glass of water, relax, put your head down, regroup. ये सब नहीं करेंगे. Mobile किधर है? Give it to me. Mobile is not hiding. She is hiding them. Look at the boys. They have never. I have never seen. मेरा किधर है? Many times they have left and gone home also. 2 weeks before there was one tragedy. कल रात से मैं कल परसों कराया था लेक्चर्स के लिए. कल ही आया था ना? हाँ, Sunday. I wore a blue color वाला ना. उसके पहले एक और एक येलो कलर का था मेरे पास for heat only. I went for another branch lecture. मैं उधर 8 हफ्ता पहले ही छोड़ दिया.
क्या?
वो मेरा वो जैकेट या जो भी था. The whole wardrobe I'm searching. इधर छोड़ा. इधर. And after your lectures Sunday, I went there. And उधर का office boy. क्या सर? आप इधर सब छोड़ दीजिए. It was fun for me, but and some cash currency was also kept. And वो लड़का ने देखा भी नहीं. Same. Anyway, he's not going to take, but I got the old car. Celia, how is your holidays going? नहीं you say बकवास क्यों? जाके प्रोजेक्ट करने का ना घर मत जाओ ना घर मत जाओ. Hey, listen, Atharva, she will try. Next, what is it?
Project, homework, padhai.
So what else you need? Tell me that.
Yes.
She is asking for the pics. आज president WhatsApp में आएगा मेरे पास. Mr. Putin. You remember the which country? Ukrainians. Every day and night, even 1 second also, they can't even think of a peaceful life. तब क्या करेगा? अब बोलेगा ये मेरा गलती नहीं है. ये कर दूसरा. I understand man. अभी क्या करेगा? Few weeks ही तो है. उसके बाद तो normal हो जाएगा. When is your school reopening? हाँ तो अभी आज क्या है day? Today is 9, is it? So wait for more 2 weeks. I remember we should talk to the Indian president. Or you come into my Insta page. I have direct connection of Mr. Modi. We'll talk to Mr. Modi. What is he doing? बस ये लड़कियों के फिर मेरा काम सब कौन करेगा? देखो if you try to develop that negativity ना ये तो पहला दिन ही है ना तो फिर what will you do for the whole month then? Hey, in fact we think हम लोग को एनर्जी आप लोग से आएगा आप लोग जो एनर्जी हमको दे रहे हैं ना one day and she started crying. There are so no I can see that there is no swipes and vibes for her. Time pass. Very sharp, excessive. What is it? I collected with. जब तक वो लोग मुझे डिस्टर्ब नहीं करते, हाँ क्यों वो लोग जो भी करे छोड़ो यू आर द वे ये बताओ ये लड़के क्या कर रहे हैं हम लोग ने कभी पूछा है हाँ ये लोग दोनों अपने ही दुनिया में बिजी क्या है कॉइन में क्या भी करेंगे यूरो कुछ भी 5 रुपीस का कॉइन कभी ऑलमोस्ट घुमा है यूरोप में भी घूमा मेरा बहुत सारा स्टूडेंट सर आई वाज गॉन टू द प्लेस वेयर यू गॉन मतलब व्हेन आई वाज इन माय डायपर हां वही डायपर चेंज करके I was there in some recent years, some 5 years ago. Relax now. Output complaints, regrets. I'm not a counsel, but you can at least remove the grief. And Bhumika, no complaints now. Good girl. She's on the road. And my boys here. Yeah. Economics का करना पड़ेगा. Which chapter I said? I know first. I will start with the laws. What is the name of the chapter, Bhumika? First chapter of economics. सुन ले. Hey, regarding the test, I think anyway Union Parliament is going to report. Even first war of independence is complete. Even if I don't say, once I freeze the lecture saying that chapter is complete, automatically the test
That
will
part
come.
is already scheduled for this.
But first war is also okay ना with you guys. नहीं ना ये बच्चे कभी बात नहीं करते हाँ what's your name Avni what Avni wants to say don't want the test ये क्यों bottle का पानी से उठा है let it be it's like that the stand timing or
hourglass
अच्छा you will write the paper is it since Avni has said yes अरे हाँ तो बोले इनको ऐसे फंसा नहीं since Avni is very happy to हाँ तो क्या हो गया ना सबको लेके डूबे I'll tell you one instance I don't know which part the flight was in a rumbling mood I don't remember exactly and it was dark night and it was raining and rumbling आप लोग भी गए रहेगा तो 5-10 मिनट के लिए होता है it is okay then I also understand but I remember for 45 minutes the plane was in a pattering position so half of the lieutenant the flight attendants were not at all seen वो खुद भी जाके स्ट्रैप अप लगा के किसी कोने में डर गए बैठ गए and some of my family members were there 2-3 people only they were all asking me to pray मैंने किस बात का pray करें मुझे रिजल्ट भी तुझे मजाक सोचता है और इसमें क्या मजाक क्या है we all are going along with the 7 beautiful air hostels 2 commander 7 या 9 था seriously अगर मैं अकेला मरेगा और तुम लोग बच गए ना तो then I don't like 285 passengers with all beautiful कन्या ने किसी ने बोला रंबा उर्वशी को देखा मैंने नहीं देखा अभी से देखते हुए I still remember 45 minutes के बाद थोड़ा सा वो टिंग टोंग आवाज हाँ बच गया लगता है जिंदा है and then the slowly the attendant now we are at the smooth ride हाँ ये अभी के बोल रहे हैं and that lady switched on the light now we are at so and so Brazil said it I don't remember and then finally after 1 hour they switched on the light everything then I tried to strike a conversation with the ladies who come and give some water and other things so a lady said what is that no sir serious हमारा जो सीट का जो स्क्रूज है ना वो भी ऐसा करता है मुझे तो लगा कि यार लैंडिंग इन दैट केरला में फ्लाइट लैंड हुआ फ्रॉम है ना all passengers vanished right it was not a mistake of that pilot I think that runway itself is a very short and landing into this one and then one in Bombay only my flight was delayed and it was landing after 45 minutes and my brother was waking up तो जैसे मैं बाहर निकल के आया बोला क्या तू मरा नहीं है जिंदा है बोले क्यों ऐसा पूछ रहा है नहीं हमको इधर मालूम पड़ रहा था तेरा फ्लाइट लेट हो गया and it was taking a round of Bombay airport international and by the time he landed the flight ना मुझे अभी भी याद है the tire sound was so sticking in my ears not in my all the passengers हमको लगा गया tire burst हो गया and somehow he landed and controlled फिर हम लोग उतर के ऐसे बोलते हैं पागल खाने से कैसे वो पैसेंजर कुछ लोग तो भूल गए पैसे छोड़ो हमको मेडिकल चाहिए काय का मेडिकल कर जा जिंदा है ना कर जा तेरा रिलेटिव बाहर कर रहा है so I am sharing all this experience because at least उस टाइम पर मैं भी उतना ही फैमिली का जितना मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ but उस टाइम पर भी no problem nothing going to happen so next time भी ऐसा तो you take a Kingfisher Airlines you love it अभी तो नहीं है but Kingfisher Airlines are considered the most safest कुछ क्यों तो जाएगा तुम्हारा but Air India people are generally I think now Air India is given to Tata's and first thing is asked all the air hostesses to check their body weight and age certificate भी उसने skip कर दिया because all are 40 plus and all are like this ladies only and पहले एक दो बार अच्छा बात करते हैं फिर दूसरा क्या है बार नहीं चलेगा but they serve good and एक नीरा कोई नीरजा कौन सा मूवी है वो movie. Did you watch it?
Yes.
The original Air Hostess was from Air India only.
Yes.
And the flight was also Air Indian flight. So good thing about Air India was that हम लोग को लगता है कि आंटीज लोग आता है, but they are very good in these situations. They handle the situation very well. Sorry to use लड़कियां इधर है, वो चिपकली जैसा ड्रेस पहन के जो आती है, पहले वो खुद ही टेंशन में नीचे गिर जाएगी. They handled it very carefully, and that lady got a president award also. She got an award from president, and she handled it beautifully. The entire situation, she rescued the entire people. So it is very proud that we fly by Air India. But Indians know feeling neither because of the service. But you go to Malaysia, the airlines is called MAS, 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 and they will take the airport taxi also, government taxi only. They will not take any private taxi. The Malaysian people are so patriotic. But I still remember what was that MH370. You don't know. Which flew from some part of China to Malaysia. In between the flight vanished. So आज तक वो flight भी नहीं मिला, people भी नहीं मिले. हाँ अभी तक नहीं मिला. Nothing. Oh no, nothing. The next week only 5 of my family members flew to Singapore via Malaysia. Next week नहीं है, उसका तीसरा ही दिन. And I did not tell them कि ये incident हुआ. It was not flashed, but we were there, so we come to know. So they called me from Malaysia. I connected them. मैंने बोला अच्छा ठीक है आ जाओ. I'm waiting at Singapore airport. But when they flew from Malaysia, it is hardly 40 minutes flight, Malaysia to Singapore. They did not connect to me for next 3.5 hours. मुझे लगा very good. Even these people are joining. अभी क्या कर सकते हैं? अभी गए तो गए. अभी क्या? मैं थोड़ी पैराशूट लेके जंप मार के And as soon as that Bhabis and my bhaias came, मैंने पूछा किधर गए? तो हम मलेशिया से निकला फिर आए नहीं in between 3 घंटे किधर गए? नहीं वो बीच में वो फ्लाइट टेक ऑफ ही लेट हुआ because before take off he disconnected his phone. तो फिर मैंने बताया कि 2 दिन पहले ऐसा MH370 किसने बताया? तो तू बता कि क्या सर्च करने वाला है? And that airport is also same, airlines is also the same. I don't let my family member become a part of the Indian history. They took off and they did not land there. And some science people have proved that these are declared as ghost airlines or ghost airplanes. And कुछ aliens लेके जाता है ये सचमुच story है क्या पता नहीं. But one English movie has been made on that airplane history only. कभी देखना MH370 करके कुछ movie है. That is the name of that flight number. I think till now the aeroplane is not found. Neither the people nor the pilot. कुछ नहीं है.
Sir, how old is
I came in 2016-17. Another it will be 2012 or 13. You write the heading in the Google.
So the exact 10 years.
Disappearance of Malaysian Airlines. You will get it, and they'll tell the whole story. And उसका pilot को लोगों ने बहुत ट्राई किया details निकालना है. He was having some dubious account, money आया है. तो कुछ लोगों ने बोला था pilot might have taken, but pilot भी तो गायब है. वो थोड़ी flight को छोड़ के बाहर बैठ कर ड्राइव कर रहा है. And look at the strange history of Americans. चलिए, let's get on to the work. चलिए, relax हो गया. So Partha's here made go round the merry-go-round. Because of good reason, she asked me some point. I explained many a things. Will do? Happy? Next 15 minutes writing.
Yes, sir.
After 20 minutes not going. All right. No, I'll be sending you. Right now. What was the? Okay. In case.
December is the
I'm getting older. You are assisted by a 15 member council.
Member input rights.
Member. Yes, sir. Ah, write the next point. And go a little bit slow so that you are lazily writing slowly. The secretary's salary and allowances. Secretary's salary and allowances was paid out. But if you are clear also, salaries and allowances were to be paid out from the revenues of India. मतलब British government payment नहीं देगी. From the revenues of India. You would have to say actually.
It's a professional idea.
IT architect. What does that mean?
What does that mean? इसका मतलब side.
उसको भी नहीं. इसको ड्रामर का बोलो 2 लाख लेके करते हैं. I did not understand what that was. I thought since you said you go around, that's the.
E-loans.
Okay, suitcase in the back. हम भी पापा की पीछे चले यहाँ भी महंगा है मेरा पॉकेट से पैसे जा रहा है लैंड तो वेस्ट करनी next point last point was the setting
Revenues of
India revenues of India next point next point जाके अजीब से actual governance of India, governance, administration will be fully in the name of. Actual governance was fully in the name of Viceroy or Viceroy, V capital, or Crown's personal representative. This is the way you write. It is there in the volume. Crown's, C should be capital. Crown's personal representative. Underline both the words, Crown or Viceroy. Crown's personal representative. Next. Okay, this heading is done. You can write second heading. Queen Victoria's proclamation. End of company's rule is done. Point number 1. The major proclamations are as listed below. The major proclamation are as listed below. Point number 1 inside that only. As listed below. Policy of non-intervention. Policy of non-intervention in socio-religious matters. Policy of non-intervention in socio-religious matters. Underline only that non-intervention. Second, both Indians and Europeans were treated as equal subjects. Both Europeans and Indians were treated as equal subjects. Next. All the revolters found guilty. All the revolters found guilty on the murder of British subjects. Was found guilty on the murder of British subjects. मतलब किसी ब्रिटिश सिटीजन को अगर इंडियंस लोग ने मारा है, will be given grant of pardon. British subjects will be grant of pardon. Pardon मतलब they will be क्या हिंदी में बोलते हैं, माफ करेंगे. Grant of pardon. I have got some problem with that. British subjects. Next. Hey, who has written that sentence? Can you read for us? Please read. अच्छा अच्छा रुक जा, मैंने grant a general pardon to all those who had taken part in the war except who were found guilty. अच्छा, इधर भी मैंने एक word खा गया. अच्छा एक काम करेंगे, उसी को हाँ उसी को while conscripting I don't read that except word. एक काम करना रुको. Read that sentence again. I'll try to.
All the reporters found guilty on the murder of British subjects will be given grant of pardon.
Those who were found guilty of murder of British subjects.
ठीक है, grant of general all those who are taken part in the war. अच्छा, grant of pardon. अच्छा एक काम करो, not be given लिखो. Except to the war criminals ऐसे लिखो, है ना? Except to the war criminals. Thank you. Except to the war criminals. वो क्या बोलते हैं? Excitement of reducing. One word I did not read properly. Next one. Large scale promotion of public utility works, मतलब roads, railways वो सब बनाने का काम. Large scale promotion of public utility work or works hyphen works will do to increase the material progress of the citizens. मतलब उनको jobs मिले to increase the material progress of the country. Progress of the country. Next. I'm winding up. Two more points. And then if I leave this end of Mughals, change in, yes sir, will you able to at least write explanation? I do, not now, before you meet me. Explanation I do. Okay, so we'll wind up only 2 points, then you can. ऐसा दिखा रहा है जैसे कि भाई साहब सेंट्रल प्रेजेंट से बाहर जाना. यार हम लोग इतना कोऑपरेटिव रहने के बाद भी ऐसे तो स्कूल में कैसे करते तुम लोग? स्कूल अलग बात है. ठीक है ठीक है.
टीचर आने में आधा घंटा 10 मिनट बाकी रहते हैं उसमें वो पढ़ा.
और अंदर आप लोग भी अच्छा खासा उसको सताते हैं. Okay, change the path. I'm writing it now. British Crown took over the company. British Crown took over the company. Hyphen, you write transfer of governance. British Crown took over the company. Single, mat liko. Back up कर, बाद में कर, no problem. Transfer of governance. वो कैसा उसका body language था वो देख के बोल. Transfer of governance, single inverted comma, was made public. मतलब सबके सामने. At Allahabad on November 1st, 1858. By Lord Canning. November 1st, 1858 by Lord Canning. See, and hyphen डाल के लिखो, underline his name, the first Viceroy of India. Lord Canning, the first Viceroy of India. Now you can put your head down and relax. Next 2-3 minutes again. Thank you. have queries, doubts, you can ask me.
Sir,
पूरा नाम क्या पवन? But is he in family? And he told that he knows me. मेरे जैसा बहुत लोग वीडियो बोला है। किधर जा रहे हैं? क्यों? बट क्या है? बैठ तो जा।
सर वो ड्रॉ करना
नहीं तो बैठ। अभी सबके सामने ड्रॉ करेगा। It will be like even once we will reject. But is it very urgent? तो then take bring your notebook. Is it? Sit and draw and show me. In fact, what my personal advice is, you are the concerned teacher. That's what I say.
Sir, I asked her, but ours sweet.
You might have confused her in a bad way. As if you draw and show me. I'll see whether I do not. Hey, now your areas you got this electricity load shedding. That's it.
Yes.
नहीं वो तो last month गया, but I heard load shedding managed का that हुआ. हम काम भी एक ही दिन हुआ ना? एक घंटे
सर 2 बार
very tough tensions to me. Hey, those girls and boys who are very tired, not looking happy, tell your mom to pack your lunch box or whatever as you do in your school. इससे क्या हो जाएगा? At least that tiredness और ये है. उस लोग को क्या क्यों रोता रहता है? National मैं तू तेरा डाउट समझ गया. तू जा. बॉडी में
वो सब में 20 मीटर में से
डिवाइड बाय 2.
यस सर अभी ये थर्ड फिगर की है इधर का
पहले एक काम हो गया.
ये पॉइंट है ना सर
wherever it is
as a for temple है तो सेंटर पॉइंट है ना उसका
तो टेंपल का सेंटर पॉइंट कहां से पकड़ेगा?
सर ये हमारे ज्योग्राफी सर ने ऐसा बोला है
इतना प्रिसाइजली कोई बोर्ड एग्जाम में नहीं पूछेगा. जहां भी टेंपल अभी दे रहा है ना, तूने तो इतना बड़ा बनाया, इनका मैप विल बी ओनली वेरी स्मॉल. सो wherever it is in just don't go center, half, middle. You are only troubling yourself.
No sir, my geography
Then I said the biggest temple will come inside, then Pura temple. You understood your this one? Huh? That I told you. That I told you. The department you also write it in that. आपको सारे क्यों लग रहे हैं? तुम लिखो ना. Hey, you guys all are vaccinated 2 doses. Sorry, third dose आप लोग के लिए है क्या? 9 months.
The second dose,
Sorry to say, अगर ऐसा आएगा तो बिना, ये मेरा personal observation है, आप लोग मत लो. Because I feel already it is vanished. Even that 2 dose what he got, 4G vax or Covishield लिया तो भी देखिए it is okay. Covaxin मेरे ख्याल से best है. The assignment you have to write all the headings of the courses in your own words. On that promise I am I'm leaving you. Okay. Take care. Let the boys go. Very few are there. Avi. Let him go. Let him go.